Good people, greetings to you wherever you're watching me from. I will urge you, first of all, um, subscribe to my YouTube channel and you click on the subscription button. And after that, click on the notification bell so that anytime a video is posted, you'll be notified. If you are watching on Facebook, please send stars to support my page. All right. This issue, I think somewhere last year, it came to light about a popular and a wealthy Nigerian politician who sent a poor guy to UK for a kidney transplant for her daughter. Actually, it came to light that the guy who they sent as a person to donate his kidneys to the daughter, they did that without the consent of that young guy. So it became a news all over. It was trending because the man is wealthy and very popular in Nigeria. He's a Senate, I think, the president of Senate. So they were arrested and the case was in court. So I think yesterday they were finally sentenced to. Okay, so let me read a little. Then after that, I'll play a video of the report of the sentence and what the judge said. He said, like a criminal, a former deputy president of the Nigerian Senate, his wife, Beatrice, 56, and Dr. Obina Obita, 51, were found guilty by an old Bailey, a jury, in March in the first organ trafficking conviction under Modern Slavery Act. So they were found guilty, but I think the sentence was yesterday, which was reported by, let me see, so credit to the news portal who reported. So let me play the video.
A year ago to the day, the moment a Nigerian street trader walked into a Surrey police station, claiming he'd been trafficked to the UK for his kidney. Today, in a landmark modern slavery case, a wealthy Nigerian politician and his wife, as well as a medical middleman, were given lengthy prison sentences for their part in the plot.
He was deceived and pressurized into donating a kidney. I reject the defense assertions that he consented in any meaningful sense. I am sure that he did not. There has been a substantial and long-term adverse impact on his daily life. He is scared to return to Nigeria because of the risk of retribution from those that are sympathetic to you.
In an impact statement read out in court, the victim spoke of his poor childhood in rural Nigeria, of having to start work when a child to support his parents and younger siblings, and of only using a plane and TV for the first time when being brought to the UK. In stark contrast and highlighting the huge disparity between the two parties, one of those in the dock had a character reference from a former president of Nigeria. Ike Ekwemadu is a senior senator in Nigeria who drafted legislation to stop organ trafficking, but in a spectacular fall from grace, now finds himself convicted of the very act. He was sentenced to almost 10 years in prison today. His wife, Dr. Beatrice Ekwemadu, was given 4.5 years. They were trying to buy the organ for their 25-year-old daughter, Sonia, who has kidney failure, seen here with her mother in March. The man who facilitated it all, Dr. Obina Obeta, got a 10-year sentence.
This case is a landmark prosecution. I'm incredibly proud of the team and the effort they put into delivering this outcome on behalf of the victim. Hopefully there's going to be more to come in the near future.
But the former anti-slavery commissioner, Dame Sarah Thornton, fears that the government's new illegal migration...
All right, I think the important parts have already been played, so I think it's enough. So credit to, let me check, it's a Channel 4 News. Okay, they are the main reporters of it. But you know, this issue is very sad, even though, yes, I sympathize with the young guy who is the focal point of this matter. The young guy they brought to UK for that kidney transplant. And I don't think as the judge said, the guy was consented, or he gave his consent before they brought him to UK. I think bringing him to UK, I don't think they explained things better for him, or maybe they told him exactly what they are going to use him for. Because this kidney transplant and donation, it comes with a whole lot of complications. Some people even lose their life in trying to help someone to live. So this sort of things, before someone will agree to maybe do such a thing, there's a need to sit down with them. Here, people do donate sometimes their kidneys to help relative or maybe someone who is close to them. It happens here. But the first thing is you sit down, because there's a lot of things that you have to go through. You check you go through a lot of trials before, I think, you they will allow you to donate. So I think in the first place, the senator, the wife, and the doctor involved, and all those, I think they three are at the forefront. That is why they've jailed all of them. And the wife was jailed as an accomplice. In a quest of maybe helping their daughter, I see nothing wrong, because sometimes if someone is on dialysis or someone has kidney failure, you ask all the time, or they put you in the line, or maybe to wait if there's a kidney somewhere, then maybe they can help you do the transplant. It happens a lot. And people do offer themselves. People, those who have all their 2 kidneys intact, offer themselves to help others. So it wasn't a problem at all. The problem is like the way they brought the person to UK. According to UK law, they said that the guy was trafficked. It means they did not exactly told the embassy, where I think they were able to secure the visa, the purpose of sending the guy abroad. If like everything was well planned, well documented, and everything was in line with the law, I think this wouldn't have been a problem for those who have been jailed now, the senator and the wife. What they were doing, yes, in some way, but I think they were caring for their daughter, and they tried to do things so that their daughter will have some life even before, But unfortunately, I think the way they did it, that is a problem for most of we, the Africans. So I know there have been problems, there have been news, this kidney donation. I think last time in Dubai, some people were arrested of harvesting people's kidneys. Like they will go to poor area, people who are poor and people who are struggling to make ends meet. They are easily, those are the ones they can easily convince, or and they were paying a small amount of money to them for them to donate their kidney. Some were even forced to donate it. In such a manner, it's not good, and we shouldn't tolerate. But if genuinely someone is willing to offer a kidney and everything will go like in line, everything will be legal, well documented, the person will agree, okay, I'll agree to do this. You go to medical trials, they will see, okay, he's fit to do it. That one is absolutely no problem, because after all, there have been heart transplant, kidney transplant here and there, all over. So that one is no problem. But for this particular one, and according to what the judge read the prosecutors, it seems the senator took advantage of his position, and knowing that her daughter was in need of kidney to survive, just went somewhere, brought a poor guy who had no knowledge of exactly what they were going to use him to do. He took advantage of his position And that is what I'm against. But getting someone who is free will or willing to do it, and that one, I have nothing against it. So I think what the senator did, he was trying to do something good, but at least their ways, or his ways wasn't right. Yes, his ways wasn't right. And the trauma the boy will go through after this, So sometimes before we do anything of that sort, African politicians, we should first think of the consequences, especially where you were bringing the guy from your native country to another country, especially the Western world, where the system works. Every slight thing, it will hurt you big time. Now you go into prison for 10 years. It's not easy. Your wife 5 years, and the doctor, a professional doctor. After this, I think he will lose his license and he won't be able to practice in UK anymore. It's very sad. It's very sad. And the doctor is still around, still searching to get a kidney for transplant. So it's a whole delicate case. And I wish her doctor, the daughter of the senator, can cope with this situation. She's already sick, and this will traumatize her and stress her. And as some doctors normally says, if like you have this sort of kidney problem, you need to relax all the time. Immediately you get stressed out, and all the time stressing can also lead to a lot of complications which will end your life. I just pray for them. But as for the senator and wife, I think they knew what they were doing. But it seems, since they thought, okay, we are powerful in Nigeria, they thought they can just go through. Yeah, but next time, we have to try and do things properly. And we Africans, I don't say this thing do not happen here. Like some of the white people are not doing such a thing. Sometimes, desperation will make you do some things without thinking about it. I think their father's goodwill, the parent goodwill for the daughter, it was that they need something for her to survive. But unfortunately, they are ways. That is why I say, when you have the power, or maybe when you are, as we claim, you are big in Africa, sometimes we should try. I think if this man and wife, they are well known, they are big, like they did the thing the proper way, I think they could have gotten away with this. If like everything was documented on paper, this will sign, and the consent of the guy will agree, okay, fine, I will agree. They do the trials, they do the checks, you are okay, you are fit to go. I don't think this would have brought a lot of problem. Some were saying the guy knew it, but when he came to UK, his mind changed. No. Things were not done properly. If things were done, things were put on paper, like, oh, this and this and that, this is what we are going to use you for. This wouldn't have brought any problem at all. So, that is it. So they have been jailed now. It's finalized. 10 years, 5 years, and I think the doctor 8 years or so. They are all going in. So this is a lesson to some of our big men. We should start thinking and stop doing things anyhow just because we have power. It will not help at all. Thank you for watching.